All right, we're going to be kicking off from the meaning of team, quality, and relationship. And as we all know, there's a particular meaning we all know team member means. But yeah, we're going to be seeing something different from what we all generally know a team to mean. So a team is not a group of people that work together. It's a team, it's a group of people or group of individuals who trust themselves. Because if you have friends or people in the Navy SEAL that are soldiers, what they work on is trust. They don't work as a group, they work on trust. They want to believe they have each other's back, in times of war and insurgencies. Secondly is quality. Quality is that degree of excellence or superiority in work and relationships. There is a goal, there is a target, there's a thing a group of people want to achieve, or an organization as a whole. Or Hardbond, Harvest and Home as a point of example. There is a goal, we're looking at seeing how we can have at least 10,000 new villa owners in this year 2023, and to a great extent, there is a number we've achieved, but then not just one person is after that goal. It requires the presence of a lot of departments, a lot of group of people, a lot of marketers, a lot of interested and volunteering individuals as well. So when everyone comes together, when there is a number of excellent connection within this set of people, there is a quality of work to be achieved. Then lastly is relationship. This is referred to as the way two or more people are connected. So the way the CEO of an organization is connected to the MD, the way the MD is connected to the HR, a lot of relationship within an organization. But then there is how to be a profound and unique relationship within everyone as a whole, because you have to be in bond to see how you can push things together. The next part, we're going to be talking about the key principles we need to implement in achieving this. We all know communication is important. Communication from the vision statement of an organization, the mission of an organization, and also to help us here at Hardbond Harvest, and we also have core values, which if not everyone, majority of us at least know one of it, because you might not resonate with every one of it. You might resonate with one, which we have as I-Tide. People would key into the trust, people would key into innovation, people would key into the integrity, a lot of different values within that. But it's important that as team members, as team leads, as an organization, people have communication. It has to be an open one, it has to be an honest one, and in communicating as well, on different levels, be you the leader, be you the follower, you must also, position yourself to listen actively. Active listening is one very important thing. You don't just want a situation whereby someone is talking or your followers are communicating or a group of people are communicating to you and it's just mere conversation. You have to actively listening, actively taking notes, actively probably having a journal to take note of this. In between that conversation as well, there are feedbacks that needs to be worked on, which are very, very, very important. And in communicating as well, encouraging team members to share their thoughts is also important. In an organization where people are not given room to voice out or give their opinions, communication will be a very, very hard thing. And that is going to be causing a lot of number of different of things. So from the picture, we can see different set of people within a table. From here, you can say this is the boss, or this is the leader, or this is the follower, or this is the new intake, right? Every one of them are there smiling based on the fact that communication is happening. Someone is giving opinion. This is the person standing, but then the focus is on this person. So a lot of things has to happen while communicating within a set of team member. And let's be very, very particular about the fact that it has to be an open conversation. It has to be an honest. It has to be an environment. Yeah, the environment also adds to how the communication is going to be happening. So in most times, when communication is not flowing well, a number of things we need to work on is the environment. We have to create enabling environments as team members for team members within an organization and within a set of people. Number two is trust. Trust is one of the most important ingredients, because to have a team back up one another, it goes a long way. Trust is a feeling. Trust is a feeling. It goes beyond whatever blood relationship is tying you and your brother or your sisters together. Trust is way, 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 way farther, better than that. So to build trust through reliability, consistency. You can say reliability is part of one of the breakdown in this trust, because being reliable and being able to say you trust someone are two different things. Someone can say, oh, I will do this, oh, I will do that, oh, I will do this, and they do it, they key into action. That is you taking that person that, oh, you are reliable. But when you say trust is something that, when you hold on to that conversation you've had in years, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, before doing an assignment, there is a prior conversation, but after the whole execution of the assignment, there is a change in conversation. That is a break in trust, and those are two different things between being reliable and being trustworthy. Consistency too is something very important. Within a team, you want to see that trust is a consistent thing. As you're working, the work has to be consistent, right? For there to be the reason or the purpose of existence of the team. But you also have to ensure that a consistent trust is in place. And keeping commitments. Trust helps to keep commitment as well. If there is no trust, a number of people are going to fall out. A number of existing team members are going to fall out. A number of groups are going to fall out. But with trust, it keeps them in check. It keeps them not even in check. They are intact. Their head is in the game. Their head is in the goal. Their head is in the target to achieve. Trust is the foundation of strong relationships. So with trust, you can have a relationship with someone way better than your brothers, way better than your sisters. And these are things that we have to make available within organizations, within our departments, within a group of people, because it determines how far we will go. From this picture, we can see honeys, bees. From this other picture, you can see people trying to probably mountain climb and something like that. And this person is probably falling off, but then the two other set of people are there to support each other to see that the person is still very much around. By falling off, the person is gone. But with trust, a number of things are properly grounded. The three of them can always go distance together. They can always go distance together when they are assured of the fact that, oh, you have my back, I have your back. Trust is very, very, very important. It's a key and major ingredient in our topic of discussion for today. Number 3 is collaboration. We all know the saying, teamwork makes the dream work. This is more like kayaking or a canoe. So just put it in simple terms, a boat, right? If we have just one person here with just two pairs of paddle to see how far he wants to go, it will take him hours. But with the presence of 3 more people, they get to where they are going faster. If we watch this as a sport, we know how interesting this is. We know how interesting it is. So collaboration fosters a collaborative environment where everyone's contributions are valued. Everyone's contribution is valued and teamwork is encouraged. With collaboration, a number of things are going to be achieved easily. Taking advantage of, for example, we have the operations department, media department, logistic department, the admin department. Everyone has same goal to achieve, right? But then the way each and every contributions are going to be coming in is different. Securing future space is the goal. We want to see how we can secure as many properties, any landed properties, for people out there who are interested in owning agro-to-home properties. But media has to pick their part of seeing how they can properly interpret graphics at every point in time. And one of the good things is it's not easy. You have to keep speaking different things at different points in time, speaking same thing at different points in time. Logistics has to see how people that have bought into these packages get to go to sites. Operation has to see that record, organization, the office, everything needed are in place to see that everything needed, is going on and fine. Such is for every individual too within each department, different people with different strengths to carry out the given assignment. So it is very, very important, we try as much as possible to also have a collaborative environment, because a collaborative environment brings about innovation. If innovation is one of our watchwords here, if we are not collaborative, that innovation will not come to reality. Because if we have 1, 2, 3, 4 innovations and number 1 has not kicked off, number 2 won't come to reality. It is the way we achieve each different of those stages that takes us to the next stage. And with a collaborative effort and a collaborative strength, everyone moves further. Number 4 is respect. Show respect for each team member's ideas. We think from different angles. The way we think is different. We can have a discussion on this table, and when some set of team members would have a proper input is after probably a day or hours later. Some people are not so instant that they get to contribute enough. They can pick from everyone talking, and after sitting down, thinking it through, probably even seeing experiences or scenarios of what has been previously discussed, only then can they try to say, oh, I think this is my input, this is my addition. So it is important to respect everyone. It is important to respect different perspectives and the different diversity that contributions are going to be coming in for. And in showing respect, we all know how it is. Respect is reciprocal, right? And treat everyone with kindness and empathy. We know how far this goes. When we are kind, when we are empathetic, these are things we don't need to say with words. These are things that we feel. It's just like being happy, just like being sad. Those things are felt easily. So we have to respect everyone. And another good example is if someone just enters this office, we are going to be basically doing this. Oh, good morning, welcome, because we want to create that environment. It's not that person comes in and all the focus is on the person and we're not able to even welcome or say good morning. The person might just remain stiff, and whatever needs to be achieved might not move forward. Number 5 is recognition. Yeah, recognition is more like celebration. You want to celebrate people that have done excellently well. You know, organizations would the pay we have, the pay in the system, probably like salary, is a measure of the fact that, oh, you are doing something. But then recognition is to show of the fact that, oh, something you are not paid for, you've done that. Those are things organizations would see. And it is important to acknowledge team members. It's important to appreciate. It's important to celebrate those extra efforts, those extra achievements, because it boosts morale. It motivates team members to do more. It motivates team members to do more. And just this simple thing here, it basically tells us the whole meaning of what a recognition means. You know, celebrating people as a team sometimes is very, very important. Oh, this person as a department, these people as a department, you guys have done excellently well. It goes a long way to boost morale, and deliverables would always be greater next time. Number 6 is conflict resolution. Within a team, conflict will always come up. When you have a group of people and at every point in time, whatever idea, whatever input that is coming in is a yes, that means something is wrong. Something is wrong. Is it that people are scared to talk, or people are scared of the fact that my contribution doesn't matter? So when there's a conversation, it's always important that at least there's one, I don't agree, there's one, I can do it better, because there are different criticism over time. There's positive, and we as people, we believe we learn over time. But by the time we're able to create a wonderful environment, you know, things get to just make way properly. So addressing conflicts promptly and constructively is very important. Focusing on finding solutions rather than blame. We find ourselves in this situation a lot of times. So it is important that we as head of department, we as a team member, understand that fight needs to be resolved. You don't need to keep taking it on, and every time you come, every month, back to back, you're seeing each other, and then you're feeling bad for each other. So it is important we resolute conflict, because if there is an itch within teams, things won't get to gel properly. Number 7, empowerment. Empowering team members in their different departments. Empowering team members in their different departments also goes a long way, because it helps people to deliver excellently. It helps people to take charge of whatever role has been given to them, whatever assignment has been given to them. So empowerment is important. You know, them taking responsibility, taking the fact that, oh, I need to get this done. I need to be responsible in whatever role I need to execute. Number 8 is team building activities. So there are things that are extraordinary. games, as a matter of fact, come into the shape. It helps with proper team bonding. You know, you can go from 1 to 365 days working without fun. The next year, you are still coming because you want to do better, right? But between that 1 to 365 days, you want to see how you can infuse a number of funds, because it helps to gear you up. It helps to strengthen bonds. It helps to bring up conversation other than just work. And all these activities are not just to see how you need to go and do work while you're playing game. You want to see how you can properly strengthen the bonds in between ourselves. So it is very, very important that we take time, at least if it's 2 days out of 365 days, it won't kill. It won't kill, just to see how a number of people can gel up. Number 9, personal development. Personal development. So it is also important to create opportunities for team members to grow. It's important to create skills acquisition session, training session, because the assignment will not always be the same. There's always promotion within the job, and you can get promoted to a position where you don't even know how to carry out the assignment, right? And it is important that at that point in time, you take a training that would be able to allow you to execute the necessary and required assignment. So let's take note of that. As an organization, as an individual, we are open to learning. We have to keep learning to get better. And then lastly is lead by example. As within a team, there's always a leader. There's always someone to say, oh, I'm delegating this to you. You know, just to create that sense of, oh, we have someone we can report to ensure that everyone is getting at least something done. So as a leader, you have to demonstrate qualities, behaviors you expect from your team. Let them mirror some of your effect, basically, and setting a positive tone. In carrying out this assignment, you have to set yourself as an example, and others will follow. Don't forget from our opening quotes, you use your head to lead yourself, and you use your heart to relate to others. Then, so these are some of the reasons why team members fail, and there are a lot. There are a lot, because we're talking about power of connection of a team. And if team members are not connecting, what are the reasons why? So part of the things we look through, we start from, we can see inadequate training, failure to prepare managers for their managing roles when there's lack of proper training, inappropriate reward and compensation systems. So it is very important to take note that organizations have building foundations, things that have been in place before the genesis, that are making things work. The organization have been working with for the last 50, 100 years. So it is inappropriate reward and compensation system, impatience of top management with time needed for maturation. Ideas that are in development stage as well. It is very important to see how those things can launch out properly and massively. So these are things that causes, why teams fail, when that connection is not there, and lack of organizational systems necessary to support team process. Within an organization, there's an operation flow, basically, how assignments should be done, how it should be carried on, who should be reported to, how to measure things, how to measure inflows and all that. So it is also important to put in place systems that will measure team members' contribution, team members' time management, and team members' attitudes, basically. So the last one we should look at as well is failure to integrate cooperative work methods into the organizational culture. When these things are not in place, a number of things will go wrong. And this is to tell us that we as people, we as team, we as organization should avoid this cycle, basically. Experimenting, failing, learning and repeating again. It makes a lot of things go wrong. And our closing quote for the discussion today is basically given by Steve Jobs. That says, great things in business are never done by one person. They are done by a team of people. So the power of team cannot be overemphasized. We have to be very, very conscious of everyone as a team. So thank you very much. If you're online on our Zoom session or on Instagram, on YouTube, kindly ensure to make use of the chat box, drop questions, suggestions, your contribution, and additions. Thank you very much for listening.